Blessings to you. My name is Gabrielle, and welcome to my channel where I talk about transformation and mindset shifts. And I'm so happy that you are here. I pray that you are uplifted and elevated to your next level. And I wanted to come on. I know that we are in that time of year when there's a lot of holidays going on and preparations. Maybe you even have a work event or a holiday party or something that you're doing regarding your career or your business or even family. And I begin to think about that too. Even the start of this week, we had like our I guess you would say roll call or a segment in our um, morning calls where we went around and we each said what we're thankful for and what we are planning to do. And I began to really listen to everyone and what they were saying. And you just never know what people are dealing with in their personal lives, but they still show up in their careers, they still show up for their families. And even me, as I begin to talk about my son, I um I felt like that feeling that was coming, that joyful emotion of just being so thankful for all that God has done for me, has done for my son, has done through me, how he has kept us, has how he has been our protector, our father, our provider. And I begin to fight back tears a little bit, and even being thankful for some of the destiny helpers and the people that God has strategically placed on my path to undergird me, to teach me, to really push me, to expand my capacity. Just being so thankful for that. And I even got invited to a holiday, a work event from someone in my circle. And I'm more of like a homebody, which I'm stretching myself to more so get out of that. So the initial reaction was to say no. But then I said, this is an opportunity to network. This is an opportunity to get to know new people. And I feel like sometimes when you're in new environments, you initially are, you may be a little hesitant. You may not know how to communicate with people. And what I've been learning is very important to be assertive. Be assertive and really show up in that boldness and wisdom of God with the confidence and knowing that no matter where you step your foot, that God is with you, his presence is with you, and he will lead you and guide you through any situation. And when I begin to think about the word assertiveness, assertiveness is the ability to communicate your thoughts, feelings, and needs in a confident and direct, respectful way. And I reflected and meditated on that. And I began to meditate on the verse in 2 Timothy 1 and 7. And it says, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, which is timidity, fearfulness, and cowardness, but of power, which is strength, ability, moral power, and excellence of soul, inherent power residing in a thing of virtue, which a person or thing exerts and puts forth." And love is that affection, that goodwill, that love, benevolence, and brotherly love, and of a sound mind, which is self-control. God did not give us the spirit of fear. He did not give us timidity or shyness, but power, love, and of a sound mind. And I began to reflect on that, and I began to say, you know I'm stepping in this room, but I'm not stepping in this room alone. And I know that may sound like, oh my gosh, it's just an event, but when when you are stepping out of your comfort zone into a new environment, it can be a little bit overwhelming, and you want to step into areas of where you can grow. And I think that is very important. It is very important. And coming out of timidity is knowing who you are in Christ, who God says you are, who God created you to be, knowing that on the inside, knowing that no matter where you go or who you converse with, that God is with you and that you operate in the boldness and wisdom of Christ. And no matter where you go, you allow your light to shine forth. You allow your light to shine in that room. You converse with people, you get to know them. You may meet a friend, you never know. So it's important to know who you are. It's also important to recognize God's presence in your life. When you have a prayerful life, when you pray without ceasing, when you're meditating on the word of God, you know that you can do anything. You can do all things because you have God backing you. You have God leading you. You have God putting a lamp before you that you know where to step, each step that you make. And it's also breaking free of limiting self talk, letting go of the labels that society has put on you, even friends or family or whoever it may be, letting go of that and reminding yourself, reminding your soul of who you are. And it's also educating yourself and obtaining the knowledge on communication skills, social skills, whether it be a course or whether it be a video, or you take a class on communication skills on how to interact in social environments. And I think that is so very important when you are navigating in different environments, especially if it's not your norm, if you're typically not around a lot of people. Like for me, I work from home. Most of my conversations are through like a Teams app or email. So I'm not interacting face to face with a lot of people. When you work from home, you will understand that. So when an opportunity comes where you have to interact and network in person, I can understand why you may be a little bit nervous or anxious. But just remember that God gave you power, He gave you love, He gave you a sound mind. And when you know who you are, you don't idolize a company, you don't idolize people, because I feel like that timidity comes with when you maybe think someone is better than you, or you may hold someone on a high pedestal, or you may think that, oh my gosh, it feels like you're about to meet the president, but you're meeting another human being. You're meeting another person who may have excelled in an area of their life, but you can look at that as an opportunity to converse with them, to talk about their journey. How did they get there? What obstacles did they overcome? And that's an opportunity for you to learn. And assertiveness can also help with building your confidence, because once you step in an unknown environment or a new space, and you set a goal to interact, even if it's just with one person. You set a goal, I'm going to interact with one person, I'm going to have a conversation with them. Once you do that, it builds your confidence that you're more I guess you're more excited to take on another event. You're more excited to go to another new place or new environment, or be around people that you haven't conversed with in a while. It helps to build your confidence. And it also improves your relationships. When you are assertive, that is communicating directly your needs. And I feel like when you are assertive in that way, you're able to allow the other person to know what's expected, like, your wants, your needs, and they're able to either meet that or say, that's not something I want. Or even if communicating with new people, um, you present your way in a self well, you present yourself in a way that they are more comfortable with talking to you, because you are standing firm and you are showing up in confidence and assertiveness. And another way is it reduces conflict. And this can be in relationships again, because you are communicating your needs, you are communicating your wants, and it is clear and transparent. And when there's transparency, it cultivates a safe space for both people or the group of people to be more vulnerable, because you are saying, this is what I expect, this is my needs, these are my wants, and you're communicating that in God's boldness, His wisdom, and His love. So, I want to share some practical tips that will help you in navigating new environments, new groups of people, events, career, um, work events, or whatever it is that may be coming up in this time for you. And the first one is to communicate clearly. Ensure that your statements are presented with clarity, taking time to really think about what you're going to say and to make sure that when you are communicating, you have eye contact, you're engaged, even your body language says a lot about you. So even though you may think that you're conversing with someone, if your body language is like you don't care, or you're looking like, oh my gosh, this conversation need to be over, then that can come across in a certain way to the other person. So just ensuring that you are communicating clearly, that you are listening, that you are slow to speak and quick to listen, that you think about what you're going to say before you say it, and that your statements are perceived with clarity. Another one is to engage in conversation. And I know sometimes it may be a little bit awkward meeting new people, but you can even start out as introducing yourself, or you can say, how do you spend your free time? Where are you from? How are you liking your role? Or different things like that, or even common interests. You could talk about things that are coming up just to start off the conversation, and you can gauge how the conversation goes by observing the body language, by listening to what they're saying, and even asking questions based off what the other person is communicating to you. And that can help go into another conversation, or that can help provide you clarity or curiosity to ask another question. And the other one is knowing when the conversation is coming to an end. So we all know that awkward pause when everybody is just looking around after you had maybe like a 2-minute conversation. Just knowing when the has ended, and say, it was great talking to you. It was a pleasure meeting you. Not trying to uh, push on another conversation that has already ended. And we know, because there's like that awkward silence in between, but knowing when a conversation has ended. And the next is having a positive attitude and a welcoming energy. So if you're attending an event and maybe you are hesitant, take your time in getting dressed. Take your time in prepping yourself. Put on your favorite music. Get excited. Get dressed. Put on that favorite dress you had in the closet that you bought 3 months ago and you were wanting to wear it. Put on those heels, those new boots. Do a new makeup look and get excited about going, because when you look good, you feel good. You feel so good. Take time and get dressed. Compliment yourself in the mirror, and that boosts your confidence. It boosts your energy, that you're excited to even go to the event. And when you are excited, people feel that. And when you also have that welcoming energy, when someone sees that you're glowing or you're smiling, they're more prone to come and talk to you. They see that you're friendly, and they'll come and converse with you or speak to you. Hi, I like your dress. Hi, oh my gosh, your makeup is so beautiful. Oh, I love those shoes, because your energy is very welcoming. And that can even start a conversation. So I hope that this has blessed you. I know that this is a little bit different, but I know even for me, these tips have helped me in this week, especially in upcoming events, to just prepare myself to have that advice and those tips. So I hope that this has been a help to you and has blessed and encouraged you. You can find out more on my website at womenwhocultivate.com. Be blessed.